Alrighty. Today we got motherfucking Aries Spears explodes on co-host for defending Charlie Kirk comments. I would have slapped the shit out my white co-host. You got me fucked up, boy. Who are you talking to, nigga? Video by Fried Plantain.
Say what up to the captain, I'm slim. That shit got me in her captions and shit.
Here you are, talking about women who just happen to be of color, coincidence, with low IQs. You didn't even finish college if you even went. So I don't need to see the chunks in the milk to know it's bad. I can smell it. Yeah. So as you sit here and get ready to go, I need to see the whole quotes. He's said enough wild that you know his spirit is not in the right place.
Right.
This week's Spears and Steinberg podcast wasn't just an episode, it was a collision. Aries Spears and Andy Steinberg sat down to tackle the explosive subject of Charlie Kirk's assassination, and what followed was less a calm conversation than a verbal wrestling match inside a burning building. Aries planted himself firmly against Kirk's rhetoric, especially on race, abortion, and gun control, while Andy stepped into the dangerous role of devil's advocate, asking if maybe context could soften the sting of Kirk's most outrageous statements. The discussion wove through Kirk's controversial comments on race, gender, and religion, his unapologetic defense of gun deaths as the price of freedom, and the dark irony of him dying by the very weapon he so vigorously championed. Aries dismissed the idea that snippets of Kirk's statements needed more context, insisting that enough bad milk is still sour even if it comes from different cows. Andy countered by pointing to Kirk's debate skills and the dangers of cherry picking. Their clash wasn't just about Kirk, it was about how we judge rhetoric, extremism, and the strange space between refusing to celebrate a death but also not mourning it. If you found this recap thought-provoking, here's where you come in. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your own take on whether Aries or Andy had a stronger argument, and share this with anyone who thrives on raw, messy political debates. And don't forget, subscribe to Fried Plantain for more unfiltered coverage, sharp analysis, and the kind of conversations you'll still be thinking about long after the episode ends.
So Charlie Kirk, you know, I started off by saying in my post, again, as I alluded to here, I wasn't a fan, and certainly whenever he talked about race and things within our community, but I wholeheartedly could look at him and watch him shoot down the transgender thing all day. I don't necessarily agree with his stance on abortion. It's a woman's right to do whatever she wants. I didn't agree with his stance on gun control. So the only thing I agreed with him on was the transgender thing. And you know, again, what happened to him shouldn't have happened. You should be able to voice your opinions without your life being cut short due to murder, assassination. And there were people that were celebrating, which I think is wrong. And we kind of mentioned it last night, where I told you that a lot of people were going, while I don't celebrate his death, I also am not mourning him. And you said that was fair. And I think that is fair because, you know, as this thing is unfolding, there are so many clips online, and you know, people cut together like compilations of things that he said, which when you take a step back and look at it, you go, dude wasn't really a good dude. And I want to play two clips.
Look at his white co-host. He's like, nigger.
Kick that nigger bitch off the plane!
What is, by the way, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long to be It should be public.
All he hears, nigger.
It should be televised. And by the way, I would totally tune into
Aries Spears went in immediately, calling Kirk's spirit
televised,
not in the right place, which is the podcast version of saying someone's soul failed its annual emissions test. He laid out Kirk's greatest hits of verbal disasters: black people supposedly better off enslaved, black women supposedly with less.
Wait a minute, chat. Who the fuck is this? This is a whole different voice. So who is this guy?
The subject of Charlie Kirk.
This was like a whole African British kind of guy. This is a nigga.
Brain power the casual dismissal of George Floyd, and the ever-popular distrust of a black pilot. Aries didn't need context, didn't need nuance, and frankly didn't need a seatbelt. His point was simple. You don't have to drink the whole carton to know the milk has chunks. Andy Steinberg, ever the counterbalance, dared to play devil's advocate.
Wow.
And you know what? I want to watch that execution.
Now, the only thing I'm cutting this clip short is because I like the caption. All his wishes came true. He goes, I think an execution should be public, it should be quick, and it should be televised. If this ain't irony, I don't know what is.
Right.
Yours was quick, televised, and what was the other thing he said?
Public.
It should be quick, televised, and whatever the third thing he said is. Yeah, he fit all three of those.
Except he wasn't convicted of a crime.
He wasn't executed. He was assassinated.
Really, nigga?
But
You know,
What's
somebody
fucking
basically
different?
said, pick whatever saying you want. You reap what you sow.
Right.
Chickens coming home to roost.
Right.
You die on that hill.
Fuck is you
He
talking
put
about?
so much out to the universe.
Exactly.
In terms of what people were saying was negativity. And some might use the word evil. That it just seemed like how
You get from the universe what you put out in the universe, chat. If you a good person, you're gonna get blessings. If you pushing this negative shit, we see the outcome.
how ironic.
See,
Not a blessing.
I have a completely different take. I think that today, if you could talk to Charlie Kirk, he still stands by his gun
What does
control
that mean?
argument.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets the people going.
His gun argument, the Second
He-
Amendment.
he would be race baiting this. Or
He said
he would be.
That shit, chat. He said he would still stand on his gun rights. He just got popped in the neck. If he was, let's say he would have lived and went to the hospital and survived. What you think he would have said?
It wasn't a 22, it was an 11. Bitch shot me with an 11.
What you think he would have said? Let me know in the comments. What you think he would have said? Because this is ridiculous.
Stoking the fires right now.
Well,
I don't want to misquote him, but he said something to the fact of gun violence should happen. God, what did he say?
It's going to happen. Just
No, I
when
want
you have guns.
the actual quote. He said something about there should be gun deaths so many times.
sometimes there has to be gun
Collateral
deaths
damage.
because to codify the Second Amendment, basically.
Okay, so there was a cartoon where he's standing in.
So he's saying it's got to be deaths. It's got to be gun deaths in order to enable the Second Amendment.
Heaven, and there's a bunch of little kids in front of him with red dots, meaning bullet holes, and they're quoting his quote back to him as he stands in front of them with a bullet hole, red dot on his neck.
Then came the gun control irony, the elephant in the room that brought its own shotgun. Kirk had long insisted gun deaths were an inevitable price for freedom, and that sometimes there has to be gun death. Unfortunately, his own assassination by rifle seemed to audition as Exhibit A. Aries noted the cruel symmetry. Andy countered that Kirk would probably still stand by his words. It was a debate so circular it could have qualified as a hula hoop.
But I still think that he believes in that. I think he believes in it because we can say this. And listen, I don't know where I stand on gun control. I really don't. I would like to be more educated before I say anything because it is different. The gun that he was killed with wouldn't have been in any gun control laws. It was a long gun. It was a hunting rifle. It can be used for hunting. It's
Does
long.
it make a difference if a scope is on it or not?
No.
So it don't make a difference if a scope is on it? First of all, a hunting rifle, that's not self-defense. You're hunting it. You can't see, the person can't see you. The thing can't see you. You're hitting it from a fucking far distance. So of course it makes a difference if the fucking scope is on it and if it's a hunting rifle. So why we don't just ban hunting and use like fucking arrows and crossbows for hunting? Oh, because that'll affect your gun laws. Oh, okay. You can't fucking put a scope on a pistol and make that shit shoot further. No.
Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun. Makes it more, you can have a higher caliber weapon, a higher caliber bullet coming out of that gun. It's essentially turning it into a short barrel rifle.
Wow.
So That is not.
Yeah, I don't think this man has a gun at all.
Under that. But my point is that
play
I
the game
think
with
he would
guns.
say he said what he meant.
Have you ever played Call of Duty, nigga? You ever tried to shoot with a fucking iron sight versus with a fucking red dot or a hollow scope, nigga? It's a major difference. It literally says 2 times, 4 times, 5 times, 20 times.
And I think that he knew very well that he could be someone. He's had death threats. I'm sure that he knew that he could be one of those people. But
Right,
he still
but
said it, and I think
he
he
sat
meant
out there with no
His
security,
life wasn't
no nothing,
above
just naked, right?
the laws of the land. That he believed in the Constitution, and that he was not above it. That if he was one of the people to be taken out.
Yeah, it's worth it to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment. He's not saying that.
Oh, that was the quote?
People need to be shot.
He said, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
He's
of
saying this
course,
is what
if you're gonna
comes
have
with guns.
There's going to be guns deaths.
Yeah.
And to be honest, at least he's being honest about it. But
that's just what it is.
Listen, I don't want
to.
I'm not minimizing. When you see a child that unnecessarily dies, it's a horrible, horrible thing, and it's a gun death, and you go, that's horrible. More children are killed in car accidents throughout this country. I'm not saying, but no one's gonna yell at. We need to get rid of cars. Everybody, we should only have trains.
But you can put tons of safety precautions on them.
You know what?
And nobody.
Right. What is his
I'm
point?
sorry. It's not in the Constitution. It's in the Constitution, codified in the Constitution. That
I hate white people like this. I hate white people like this. It's in the Constitution. America. Motherfucker, that Constitution wasn't for us. That shit was not written. You know how many times that shit been like re-fucked with? Like, fuck out of here, bro. That shit, man.
Constitution that we have a right to those guns.
But car accidents are just that. Accidents.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting into a car going,
Exactly.
I'm going to mow down a school full of
Exactly.
kids. Somebody is going, I'm going to grab my gun, I'm going to go into a school and deliberately kill kids.
Okay.
What made the podcast fascinating wasn't just the disagreement over Kirk's statements. It was the raw, jagged discomfort over what to do with a figure like him after death. Aries rejected celebrating or mourning, landing somewhere in the Switzerland of emotions. Andy seemed more willing to acknowledge Kirk's debate skills, even while not defending his most toxic takes. It was less about who won and more about how they both limped out of the minefield without losing limbs.
So here's another reason why black people weren't necessarily crying over him.
For how they feel about his death, especially minority communities. Black people are better off as slaves.
Hey, yo,
Black
what
women
the
have less
fuck?
brain processing power, which is crazy because we're the highest educated demographic in the country, by the way. 10-year-olds should have to give birth to their
Who was
rapist
saying
babies.
this?
Execution should be public, quick,
Oh,
and
it's
televised.
Charlie Kirk, then.
And children should be able to watch.
Wow.
Black people are only in high-up positions because of affirmative action, not because they are qualified. He called George Floyd a scumbag who is unworthy of the attention he's receiving. He said that gun deaths are an inevitable price worth paying to safeguard the Second Amendment. He told Taylor Swift that she needs to submit to her husband. He said transgenderism is a mental disorder. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. He called Islam a danger to the United States. He said Jewish communities have been pushing hatred against whites. And there's many, many more.
So again, this is why.
What? Bro, this is that fucking Confederate bullshit that motherfuckers just be talking out the side of their neck, not even just knowing what they, not fucking using their brain, bro, I swear. The Taylor Swift shit threw me off. What the fuck does the black pilot shit have to do with anything, bro? If I see a black pilot, I'm like, boy, I hope he's qualified. What difference does it fucking make? Don't they gotta do a certain amount of air time, like flying time? There's no fucking. What are you talking?
Gets the people going.
Come on, bro. Like that's that racist dumb shit. I'm gonna just say some off the wall shit. Fucking. I see me a fucking black bus driver. I'm not gonna go in that bus. No sirree. Wait till the next driver run through. Like what? That don't even. Why? If I see, I'll be more scared if I see a younger pilot than an older pilot or middle-aged pilot. Because I'm like, this nigga got no experience. You feel me? Like, He's damn near my age. I hope he fucking, you know what I mean, can land this motherfucker. Because some pilots, but that's why they be having the co-pilot, because you need two people to fly the plane. Look, like, I don't understand that racist shit, bro. That shit is crazy. And they really fucking
people are like,
gears.
still is a piece of
if you just take those little snippets
and
out of what he
oblivious
said,
white
though,
people like him, that
of course you're going to get some fucked up shit.
That's the problem that is you're seeing this is white now.
like he's not actively racist. Like he's not like white power. You know what I mean? He's not like that. He's like the spoiled. He don't like nonchalant. It's just in their DNA to be some type of racist, bro. They're just privileged. They're not gonna want to give that privilege up. They're like, he's my kin, basically.
This is white nationalism, a little bit of white supremacy, wrapped up nicely with a suit and a smile. He's telling you all those things, but he's also doing it in a nice,
no, it's not just a nice way, because those things are snippets of what his whole conversation is.
Really, nigga?
Okay, whoa.
Right,
So wait, why do you do that? So are you saying that we needed to hear the whole quotes to think of them differently or see them differently?
I hope that he's qualified. A black pilot. He was talking about especially that if you use DEI and people know that black people are getting jobs because specifically over anyone else because of it and underqualified, that isn't going to make you uncomfortable, or that you have black pilots, there's no DEI, and you know that they got the job just because of that.
The conversation veered briefly into Kirk's lack of a college degree, which Aries found ironic, given Kirk's habit of...
Bro, how did black people just get jobs because of DEI? I didn't even know what the fuck a DEI was until the shit got stopped. The fuck is you talking about, bro? I had to fucking go through a million jobs just to get the job I'm at. You know how many jobs told me I wasn't experienced enough after I done went to school for it? Oh my God! Yeah, think about that, chat. I'm gonna tell you a good scenario, chat. How this is some bullshit, what he just said. I was struggling to find a fucking a place to go intern at, right? I called this place called whatever, bro. It's a paper mill place. I mean, so I went to there. They interviewed me, blah blah blah. Off rip, I could tell one of the dudes was racist, bro, because he had his arms crossed, pout face. He was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm over here talking to the other people, like they're like, oh, well, you got any experience? I'm like, nah, but I went to school. I'm in school. You just came and did like a presentation to say we're taking interns, so I'm here to be an intern. Bro, they took an Asian woman and they took 2 white men. They ain't take me. I had to go somewhere else. I had to go and ask my teacher somewhere, because I'm like, I went to this place and thought I was gonna go to this place and they fucking denied me, but it took other people. And he was like, oh, maybe I can go somewhere. He had to make phone calls and ask people. Wild, bro. I was doing my calling around too, and I mean doing my thing, asking around, but nobody was taking interns. So it was like, you got all these listed places to call for internships, but nobody's taking interns. That DEI shit was bullshit. That shit was just a hoax to fucking confuse white people some more, to make that fucking gap further.
Belittling Ivy League graduates.
Promise you.
If credibility were a credit card, Kirk would have been swiping a library card while mocking people holding black Amex. But Andy defended Kirk's intelligence, even if uncredentialed, pointing out that smart people don't need diplomas to cause chaos.
And somebody had a nice retort to that, talking about their brain power. All of them either graduated from Harvard, Yale. You know where he graduated from? Harper College.
Who?
I don't even think he went to college.
He didn't go to college.
Charlie Kirk.
He didn't go to college.
Harper, somebody said Harper College.
He never graduated.
He might have.
Oh, say that part again.
He never graduated.
He never graduated
college. That's one of his talking points.
Okay, so what right does he have to say to women who have graduated from Harvard and Yale their brain power, and you didn't even finish?
As far as I know, he didn't even go. He started the foundation.
You're not making the argument better.
Well,
exactly.
It doesn't matter if he went or not. The dude is clearly
but no, here's what I'm talking about. Let me get to what I just
matter now.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
It doesn't matter now? See what I'm saying? White people so hypocritical, bro. I swear to God.
here you are talking about women who just happen to be of color, coincidence, with low IQs. You didn't even finish college if you even went. So I don't need to see the chunks in the milk to know it's bad. I can smell it. So as you sit here and get ready to go, I need to see the whole quotes. He's said enough wild that you know his spirit is not in the right place.
Let him fucking
You know, when the
chat.
Ukrainian woman thing happened, he was actually really outraged by that as well. But he would start throwing out the statistics. Black people have this high crime rate.
You need to see the whole quote based on what you just heard about him saying about Jews?
Yeah.
You need to see the whole quote?
Because he says some Jewish communities. There are some Jewish communities that
He didn't say some.
Isn't it funny?
Issues.
He got issues with blacks, women, trans, anything from narcissists to racists to what's the other is?
All the ifs.
Misogynist.
All the ifs.
I don't need to see the chunks in the milk. You can't smell it.
Can't smell it.
At its core, the podcast wasn't really about Kirk. It was about the larger ecosystem of extremism, how rhetoric metastasizes, how context is weaponized, and how gun irony never gets old until it does. Both Aries and Andy wrestled with the moral gymnastics of separating the man's assassination from the man's mouth, but they kept tripping over the same problem. Does context save a person, or just politely rephrase the ugliness? In the end, their tension became its own statement. Aries planted himself on the side of wrong is wrong, no need to dress it up. Andy argued for the possibility of nuance, even when the nuance smelled.
Can't you smell it, chat? Bullshit. Like, subscribe, let me know what y'all thinking in the comments. Y'all know how y'all feel about Charlie Kirk.
Don't wanna teach you.